of Lord of the Craft, and welcome to the LOTCBC's Stuff Tonight. Our guest tonight is Rhia. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
So, how and what have you been enjoying on Lord of the Craft recently?
I've recently started role-playing again as a human, a Horan, of course, and that's pretty much it.
How do you find time to roleplay during your GM and application team leader job?
Well, the application team pretty much runs itself. The only time that I am leading them is making sure that everyone is doing the work they say they're doing and the quality is up to par. And then in game, just doing mod recs, and then when they're slow, role-playing when I have free time.
Oh, okay. So, any highlights in your roleplay you'd like to share with us? Or is it all being quite casual?
Oh, well, as some people may know, Jemmy is trying to take the throne of the humans, and me and her character are cousins, and I recently met her. She came and visited me in a resi, so
So,
that was
taking
pretty...
over Oren by yourself?
Well, I don't know what I'm going to do with her yet, but she knows about it.
Okay. So, you were talking about your work as application team leader. The viewers know you're the application team leader and a global moderator. What does that entail?
Well, for application team lead, I just help them get through applications as best I can by giving them the resources they need. They also all know lore and stuff really well. Then just doing the reports at the end of the month, which is how many applications we've accepted, how many we've denied, the total amount. And then I also like to go back through and kind of get just statistics on where people are coming from to help point advertising money. And then the GM is just player reports and mod recs and helping as much as you can.
Well, statistic work. That's nice. What about your GM work? What is it you do on the GM team? And if you have anything favorite, what is your favorite part of being a GM?
I think my favorite part of being a GM is getting to help newer players, just because I remember being a newer player and the feeling you get when you first start playing LOTC, learning the lore, and it's just really fun to help them.
Yeah, I remember when I was a new player. When I first joined, I wanted to get implemented, and I poked Lyri back then, and she implemented me. I poked her on TeamSpeak. Oh no, I can't remember. But it's nice to have a GM at the ready to do things for new players. That's good, that's good. So, we're coming to the more opinion side. There has been some feedback that we would enjoy knowing your thoughts on, such as the need for more GMs or a GM purge. This was suggested by Yimya. What's your take on it?
I actually would support just a staff purge. Even if I didn't make the cut, it's really what the server needs. So, as for new GMs, I know Eurosep made a status update recently saying that he was adding more.
Yeah, on that, actually, I just wanted to ask, what do you think would be an optimum amount of GMs on the GM team?
I don't exactly know how many we have now, but...
Well, I can tell you that. Okay. You have 15 if you count team leaders. I actually saw it today. You've got 15 if you count team leaders. And
well, I mean, you should count team leaders. They're not getting a break anymore when it comes to mod recs. We're supposed to be turning out at least close to the same numbers as not team leaders. So.
Okay, so you've got 5 admins, you've got 5 team leaders, and 9 GMs. So you've got 14 GMs and 5 admins.
I think an ideal amount would be around 20 to 25.
4 admins. So 20, 25?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Just because people are going to have things that they want to do, Friday night, if I want to go out and hang out with my friends, I'm not going to be doing mod recs that night, and if that's normally, quote-unquote, my night to be doing mod recs, someone else can, step in, and it's just better coverage people won't have to wait so long for mod recs. Even if it seems like it's a really big team, the more of us we are and the better organized we are, the better we can moderate. So
yes, because we got last week on the LOTC report, we discovered that there were 3,383 mod recs done.
yes, so many.
And to think that a team of 14 only does all those, that's 100 mod recs per day on average, and 14 people, that's how many mod recs per person? Just under 10, maybe 7, 10. Anyway, yeah, just under 10. So I suppose that if you did have more people, you could easily lighten the amount of mod recs per person.
Right, and then more GMs would feel like it was okay to roleplay with the players, and players could get to know GMs better. It would just, a bigger team's better for everyone.
Of course, like on the application team, that's why you have so many people.
Yes.
And the media team too, we've got so many voice actors now, and it's great. So, seeing how you're role-playing now, what about being attached to characters? Have you personally ever been attached to your character, or do you role-play with no emotional connections to your characters?
I don't get too attached. I don't think, like, I think everyone's attached to a certain degree of their players, like, or the characters. I put a little bit of me in all of my characters, but not to the point where, like, a PK would just, like, ruin my day or something. Because you can just make a new character and try again.
But would you understand why other people wouldn't enjoy a PK as much?
Yeah, and that's why I don't think we, like, force PK. I mean, only in, like, I think one rare situation have we been made to force PK someone because they just wouldn't follow the rules. But I can understand why players get upset over PKs, because they've spent their time developing this character, and then they've killed it off, and now it's not allowed to come back, and that's not always an easy thing to let go.
Okay, well, I talked to Sparrow about surveys recently and found out that you helped him. You help him out with the surveys. So I suppose you do keep up with them and look at the results. What do you think of the latest feedback?
I think the entire GM team keeps up with the surveys because it's like raw feedback from the players.
Sure.
The latest feedback being admins need to be more active, more GMs, something with the Magic team needing to sort that out. And I think they're all right. And I think admins have really made an attempt to at least, we're here, you can talk to us, and your subs adding new GMs, and I think hopefully soon he might be weeding out some of the more inactive ones, and everything can get back to normal.
Good. Well, I've got a little surprise for you, which you didn't see on the start tonight. I just want to show you a survey which I developed and which I'll be releasing at the same time as Sparrow will. If he hasn't shown you yet, that is. Sending it to you on Skype. Just do a quick skim through and tell me what you think.
I think so far, just reading the first 10 questions, it's the stuff that players care about the most, like villain application system, PvP versus RP, and then which version of LOTC did we prefer the most, as in Aegis, Ajalon, etc. I mean, those are the things that are most important to the players, because it's not just about what they're getting from the game, but what they can give back.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, okay. I mean, it's different questions from Sparrows. It's a different approach, but I think that it's going to be completely valid feedback and needed. So. And
finally, I hope, I do hate using this word because a lot of my characters fall under this description, or at least one of them does. But what is your opinion on edgy characters, or on the term edgy itself?
Edgy?
Yeah.
Yeah. At first I wasn't sure what people meant when the whole edgy thing came out, but I think edgy characters are fine as long as you don't power game or think that you can do amazing things that you can't.
Yeah.
Like people who do backflips a lot, those are really hard to do.
Oh yeah, you have all these fail videos to see how hard they are to do.
So Edgy's fine. You know, have all your really cool secret weapons that you've developed, but just try and keep it realistic. Like, just, yeah.
Because last time I saw Jemmy's character, oh wait no, this was not the Horan, the Isabella Ellendil, who's now got this weird name. Have you ever roleplayed with her?
I haven't.
Ah, well then I won't ask you the question. You won't be able to reply. I was going to ask you if she was considered edgy too, because as she's been developing, I think she's developed into what some people may describe an edgy character.
Well, I think if you just ask Sept who's edgy, he is king of edgy, so...
His whole character is developed around edginess, yeah. He rips out people's hearts and eats them. Well, I don't think...
I'm going to get yelled at for saying that, but it was worth it.
We saw it on the status update. I can't remember who hit it, though. On that, yeah, a lot of old characters, actually, who played Dark Elves were all edgy. Because I think that's where edgy comes from. Dark Elves are all edgy.
I mean, I've only roleplayed with a handful of Dark Elves, but from what I've seen, they can be a pretty edgy group of people.
Well, we are the Blade Masters, so... Well, thank you for coming, Rhia.
Thank you for having me.
And I'm Lego Xbox. Be here in 2 weeks' time to see our interview with Surios, or Taisiosi, the app team member. And if you have any questions you'd like him to answer, post them in the comments below or on the forum post. See you all in Anthos. I stuffed that up.